You might have heard the phrase, time is money. In the world of HFT companies, that's absolutely true, 100%. High-frequency trading firms are incredibly powerful when it comes to making money. And naturally, they compensate their employees extremely well. On average, a developer or trader working at an HFT firm can earn anywhere between $120,000 to $250,000 per year, and often much more. Bonuses can range from $100,000 to $300,000, and in some cases even reach $500,000, $1 million, or higher, depending on the profits you generate for the firm. Essentially, you earn a share of the value you create. But what exactly is HFT? And no, it's not the same as NFT. Completely different. HFT stands for high-frequency trading. In simple terms, imagine a stock priced at $100.02. Within a fraction of a second, it moves to $100.05. That's a tiny difference, right? But HFT firms execute thousands, sometimes millions, of trades on these small price movements in milliseconds. With large capital and highly optimized systems, those tiny gains add up to massive profits. That's HFT in simple terms. Now, it's not something you can just start doing overnight. This field requires deep expertise. The systems, infrastructure, and hardware involved are extremely advanced. And building profitable strategies takes time, research, and precision. It's not about guessing whether prices will go up or down. It's driven by mathematics, statistics, data analysis, and rigorous testing. So now that you understand what HFT is, the next question becomes, how do you get into these companies? What skills do you need? And how do you reach those compensation levels? Let's break it down. First, understand this. HFT is highly competitive. People often work long, intense hours. But the trade-off is high compensation and exposure to cutting-edge technology. If you've heard about investment banking or hedge funds, you already know where there's high money, there's high pressure. So, what do you need to learn? It all starts with strong fundamentals. If your basics are weak, even if you somehow get in, it's very hard to sustain. There are 3 core pillars you must master: mathematics, statistics, and programming. Top HFT firms often recruit from leading universities like MIT, Stanford, Oxford, Cambridge, ETH Zurich, but that's not the only path. Many professionals transition into HFT after working in software engineering, data science, or finance roles at companies like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, or top tech firms. Now let's talk about the skills. First, computer science fundamentals. You need strong coding skills, especially in data structures and algorithms. You should be comfortable with C++ and also know Python. Topics like operating systems, networking, and concurrency are extremely important. This isn't typical app development. You're working close to the hardware. Every microsecond matters. Second, mathematics. You'll need linear algebra, probability, statistics, and sometimes stochastic calculus to model markets and strategies. Third, finance. You should understand how markets work, including order books, market structure, and risk management. Fourth, data science. You'll analyze large data sets, detect patterns, and build predictive models. Now, once you've built your fundamentals, the next step is practical experience. You can't rely on theory alone. You need to build. Work on projects. Practice competitive programming on platforms like LeetCode, Codeforces, and AtCoder. Many HFT engineers have strong algorithmic problem-solving skills. You should also understand multi-threading, low-level optimization, and network communication, like TCP/IP and latency optimization. To learn trading concepts, platforms like Investopedia or free market simulators can help. Try building your own trading bots. Use paper trading platforms to test your strategies without risking real money. Next is algorithmic trading. This simply means using code to execute trades automatically. At HFT firms, everything is driven by algorithms. Trades are executed in microseconds or even nanoseconds, and systems are constantly optimized for speed and efficiency. You can practice on platforms like Quant Connect or other algorithmic trading environments. Then come advanced concepts. This is where you separate yourself from the average candidate. You'll need to understand ultra-low latency systems. Languages like C++ are dominant, and Rust is becoming more popular. Key areas include memory management, cache optimization, concurrency, lock-free programming, and high-performance networking. In some cases, firms also use FPGA and specialized hardware to reduce latency even further. Now, how do you enter the industry? Through internships and strong projects. HFT is very hands-on. Internships are one of the best ways to break in and understand real-world systems. Roles include quantitative researcher, software engineer, low-latency engineer, and trading systems developer. To improve your chances, build a strong resume, maintain an active GitHub portfolio, and showcase your projects, especially anything related to trading systems or performance optimization. Referrals and networking also play a big role, especially in competitive hiring processes. Once you land an internship, your goal is to convert it into a full-time offer. And the key to that is simple: deliver high-quality work and be consistent. For full-time roles, continue strengthening your coding and problem-solving skills. Participate in contests, improve your rankings, and stay sharp. Python is widely used for research and data analysis, so be comfortable with libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. At the top level, HFT firms hire exceptional talent. So if you're aiming for these roles, you need to operate at a very high level. From what I've seen, the rewards are huge, but so is the workload. This isn't a relaxed 9 to 5 job. Your schedule often revolves around the markets. When markets are open, you're fully engaged. After hours, you analyze performance and refine strategies. If you're working with global markets or crypto, the work can extend across time zones or even run 24/7. It's intense, but for many, it's worth it. Now, let's talk about compensation at top HFT firms. For entry-level roles in the US and Europe, base salaries typically range from $150,000 to $250,000. Signing bonuses can range from $25,000 to $100,000. Performance bonuses often range from $100,000 to $500,000 plus, depending on individual and firm performance. That puts total compensation anywhere between $250,000 to $700,000 plus, even at early career stages. At top firms, compensation can grow significantly beyond this with experience. Some well-known HFT and quant firms include Jane Street, Citadel Securities, Hudson River Trading, 2 Sigma, IMC, Optiver, Flow Traders, and Tower Research. Breaking into these firms is difficult, but absolutely achievable with the right preparation, consistency, and skill. And that's it. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of HFT and how to get started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.